Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
Hello, welcome to episode 37 of the Atom Radio Best Bits of Drivetime podcast. It's slightly shorter than usual today. Obviously, there were just less best bits this week than last week. On the way, though, for you, you can hear about a houseproud mouse, an extremely expensive bird, the return of my Lidl rant as well, a Brexit buying buffoon, and posh and possibly outdated talk as well. And what could you spend £1,500 on that could possibly save your life? All that and more on the way in the next few minutes on the podcast. Episode 37 about to get underway. Grab yourself a cuppa, turn it up loud, and let's get the best bits of this week's Drive Time from atomradio.co.uk. Ready, steady, go.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk
4:20, Tuesday. Hope you're very well. And it's Mark here until 7 o'clock tonight. This helpful rodent then. A video has emerged of a 72-year-old, well, it's not actually a 72-year-old man in the video, but the video has emerged because a 72-year-old man noticed that his shed was being tidied up overnight. And it's quite handy, isn't it? Unless you're one of these people like me, like if somebody tidies up for me, I'm like, well, where is it? Where is it? I knew where it was. You've tidied it up. I have no idea. No, a video has emerged of a man. He asked his neighbour to help, and they set up a hidden camera. It's a mouse. A mouse is in the man's shed, and he's tidying up all the little tools and toys and everything that are on the workbench, and putting them back in their little containers. And this mouse is just happily doing this. You know, he like picks something up, hops in the container, drops it off, gets back out, picks up the next thing, puts it back in the container. And this is great. I may have to get a mouse to actually come and move in with me. Although today is my cat's birthday, by the way. My cat's 1 today. I'm not really sure the cat would be that pleased if I was to invite a mouse to come and live with us as well. And to be fair, I can't see the mouse lasting long. It's just the way of the world, isn't it?
Drive time with Mark Denham.
You know how rich people sometimes waste an awful lot of money. You hear about these lottery winners, don't you, that win millions and then within a couple of years they're absolutely broke. Well, you can see how that happens as a pigeon has been sold at auction for just over £1 million. I kid you not. It's a racing pigeon. And, there's been bidding, 2 weeks of bidding, and a bidding war has ensued, which has seen this pigeon go for just over £1 million. Now, obviously the buyer is probably happy with their purchase, but I'm just wondering, £1 million on a pigeon, and bear in mind it's a racing pigeon, or as they used to be called, homing pigeons. Who's to say he's not going to spend £1 million, get his pigeon home, and it's just going to chuff off back where it came from? You never know, do you? It's gratitude for you.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
This is I'm going to have a rant now. You know, when you go shopping, I did have this rant last week, and I went to a shop which has a self-checkout aisle clearly labelled with baskets, right? Now, I've been in there loads of times, and there's loads of trolleys in there, which means that it's not a fast-pay aisle at all, in any stretch of the imagination. And last week, I was in a hurry. I had to go and get my son from nursery, and I had to get a few bits beforehand, and I had to queue in this basket aisle behind 3 trolleys. This annoyed me. So I happened to speak to the member of staff who, there's nothing I can do. Take it up with head office, go on social media, blah, blah, blah. So I did. They said to me, we'll report this back, we'll get it sorted. Went in the same shop this morning, and again, there's trolleys in the basket aisle. Spoke to the lady there. She said, no, you are right, there shouldn't be trolleys here, but people just don't listen. Well, just stop them from going in there, surely. So I've posted it on Twitter again. They've apologised again and said they'll report it again, which means you do know when I go in there next week, don't you? There will be trolleys in the basket aisle again. It's just going to happen, isn't it? They're not going to sort this out at all.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
You know, I said you should smile while you're on public transport. Well, certainly, if you're in Israel, then you should. And I'll tell you for why. There's a lady called Dina Al-Fassi, and every day she travels hours on buses and trains to get to her engineering job at a hospital in Israel. But rather than looking at her phone in silence, as most of the commuters do, she uses it to connect with strangers, taking portraits of the people that she meets on public transport. Those photographs capture quiet personal moments with people readying themselves for the day ahead. Some people leaning their head against the window and snoozing, others staring into space and daydreaming. Each picture, she says, captures one tiny moment in people's lives, ripe with potential for your imagination. You can look at someone's commute and make an entire story about the rest of their daily existence. Her photos are taken secretly to capture the entirely natural moments, but she will then ask them for their permission before sharing them online. So yeah, have a look online. Dina Al-Fassi, her name is. Have a look online and you can check out. I mean, some of these are great because obviously the people don't know at the time that they're having their photo taken. They find out after they've had it taken. Then she won't publish them unless they have the permission. But yeah, it's all good.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
6:15, drive time for Tuesday on Atom Radio. A mum has bought a cabinet and 3 years later she now feels that she has a new cabinet. I'll tell you why. She bought her cabinet for £150 from B&Q in 2016. Her name is Kaylee Greer. She's 35 and she bought this cabinet thinking it was the only colour that was in stock. However, last weekend, now bear in mind she bought this cabinet in 2016, thinking that she bought a blue cabinet, she discovered it was actually grey. She said she was forced to buy the blue cabinet despite it not matching their grey and silver bedroom. But when doing a deep clean at home, she pulled back a layer of blue tape and was shocked to discover the cabinet was actually grey all along, and the blue that she thought was the cabinet was just a protective layer on the top of the cabinet. Brilliant stuff. You can be 35 and still be confused about furniture wrapping.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk
4:16 on Wednesday the 20th of March, which is 9 days ahead of the date that was scheduled for Brexit. A woman has called her husband mad after he spent more than £600 on shopping in preparation for a no-deal Brexit. Julia East took to Twitter to share a picture of the supermarket haul. He's bought 144 rolls of toilet paper and more than 50 tins of food. After looking at lists suggesting items to stockpile, her husband Tony put in an order with Tesco that totalled £658.29. She works in the hospitality industry. She said she did not tell him how much to buy for the family of 5 and couldn't believe the amount that he ordered. I didn't think he was going to buy so much, she said. He just went mad and bought loads of everything. He was laughing at the situation and doesn't want anyone to think online that he is mad. The couple from Worcester said that she decided to stockpile certain items when they began planning for a no-deal scenario at her work, saying it's becoming increasingly apparent that no one knows what's going on. Within that, I would include the government, by the way, but that's not in the article. Many of our favourite foods come in from overseas. We don't want to run out of this shortage of certain items. It's the same that people fill their cars with petrol when there's a shortage. But this guy, I mean, my question would be, all right, if that was me, I live on my own, that'd be a whole lot of toilet roll. But I'm just thinking, if I bought 144 rolls of toilet paper, where would I put them? You know, I mean, he's bought 50 tins of food. That'd be the cupboard absolutely stockpiled. But where on earth would you put 144 rolls of toilet paper? Where would you put them?
Drive time with Mark Denham.
It is International Day of Happiness today. We will start with this list of the happiest places in the world, all right? We'll start with the least happiest places in the world. So the least happiest is South Sudan, followed by CAR, whatever that is. Afghanistan, Tanzania, Rwanda, Yemen, Malawi, Syria, Botswana, and Haiti. I'm quite surprised Syria didn't rank worst, if I'm honest right now. Great Britain, the UK made 15, so it's not in the top 10. The top 10 places in the world for happiness. In 10th place, Austria, 9 Canada, 8 New Zealand, 7 Sweden, 6 Switzerland, top 5 Netherlands, Iceland, Norway, Denmark, and Finland. Finland takes the top spot for the happiest place in the world to live. Has about 300,000 foreigners with residents with foreign roots out of its 5.5 million population. There you go. Don't know what that's got to do with it. Still have no idea how it's worked out either, though. You have to look into that. I really am.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
This is Atom Radio. It's Drive Time, online 24 hours a day. We are, and Drive Time 4 until 7, playing the music you want to hear. Cheers for sticking us on. Easter is coming. If you've been in a supermarket, you can't miss it, can you? They've had Easter eggs on display virtually since Christmas. But shops are filling with Cadbury's cream eggs, and the hunt for the white chocolate egg is back for those who... I don't like white chocolate. For those that want to win £10,000, if you haven't got time to hunt one for yourself, you can now pay someone to do so. You can earn money by hunting for cream eggs. You just won't win the prize yourself. Bark.com has launched the world's first professional Cadbury cream egg hunter service for people who want to increase their chances of finding the white chocolate egg. Professional players will be required to travel to associated supermarkets and buy the chocolate in order to find a prize-winning white chocolate egg. Prices are at £45 per hour. I'm just wondering, right, why don't you just get a white egg and hand it in yourself and get a £10,000 prize rather than doing this for somebody else?
Mark Denham.
It's the big drive home on atomradio.co.uk. Staff at Costa are giving their very scathing verdicts on customers in a secret Facebook group. It's obviously not so secret, though. Now that this secret is clearly out, I would say it's perhaps not a secret. The private group is called You Know You Work for Costa When. It has over 20,000 members who are either current or ex-employees. One moaned about a customer who asked for water with cream on top, and another complained about the amount of times he is asked to clean the toilets. So yeah, they've got this private Facebook group, and many of them moaned about clock watching, people asking for the toilets to be cleaned, requesting their drink is a certain temperature. When it feels like you've been at work for 7 hours, you look at the clock and it's only been 13 minutes. They're obviously not very grateful for their employment, are they? Let's be honest. And the thing is, imagine, like, if you're one of these people that gets moaned about and then apply for a job at Costa and they add you to this private Facebook group, you're going to know exactly it's you they're talking about, aren't you? Tricky. Mind you, if you're going to pay that much for a hot drink, why not just buy yourself some tea bags and a kettle and some milk? Sorted.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
7 to 6, we're way late now with the answer on the brain teaser, but it's all right. We're among friends, so it's cool. This is Atom Radio. It is Thursday's drive time, and the brain teaser for Thursday was a general knowledge question today. What is rupophobia? The fear of. That was your question today. It's not Rupert the Bear, because everybody knows his name and everybody loves to play his game. It's actually rubbish or dirt that is the answer on the brain teaser today. So if you did say that rupophobia is the fear of rubbish or dirt, why is it called rupophobia? Why can't it be rubbishophobia or dirtophobia? That'd be better. Trashophobia. How about that? Let's get this sorted for 2019. Get rid of rupophobia, which makes you think of Rupert the Bear, and just call it trashophobia. Done. If you did say rubbish or dirt, then you're in the draw and you could be on the Roll of Honour, which will be up on Facebook and on Twitter in moments.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Murray Wilson, just what I've always wanted. 3 to 6. You know, I was saying about rupophobia being the fear of rubbish or dirt, our brain teaser answer today. That made me think of, because it does sound quite old-fashioned, doesn't it? One has rupophobia. Sounds very, very old-fashioned, doesn't it? But I was thinking, like also posh people, because it does sound quite posh. Posh people, when you pick up the phone, you say, "Hello, can I speak to Mark, please?" This is he. Come on, that's not 2019 speak, is it? News after Sigrid and Don't Feel Like Crying.
Mark Denham.
Nestle is axing Tutti Fruities after 60 years, claiming that chewy sweets have gone out of fashion. The fans of the nostalgic favourite now vow to start stockpiling. This is very, very bad, isn't it? I like Tutti Fruities. If I wasn't diabetic, I'd munch loads of them. I absolutely love them.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
4:45. It is Friday's drive time. Imagine, like when you're in a safari park and you drive around and the baboons start like dismantling your car and the lions come over and you can hear them just Just the little growl thing that they do. Well, imagine this. A blaze started in a Safari Park Ranger's car near the lion enclosure at the West Midlands Safari Park earlier on yesterday. Imagine that, though, being called out as the fire service. Can you come and sort this out, please? Where are the lions? That'd be my first thing. You know what? Get your own buckets, get your own water until we know where those lions are.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
It's 22 to 6. It is Friday, the 22nd of March. It is Mark on the big drive home. And this toilet seat, all right, scientists have invented a toilet seat which could detect signs of heart failure before symptoms appear. This gadget fits over the top of a normal seat, contains sensors which can measure the user's heart rate, blood pressure and oxygen levels through their legs. The inventors claim the product could save millions of lives and make it easier to monitor at-risk patients with accurate real-time information. This Wi-Fi connected toilet seat currently costs, are you ready? £1,500. The inventor says it's not cheap, but it could save hospitals money and improve people's lives. So can you imagine that? You can check your heart while you fart.
atomradio.co.uk.
Oh, what about that? £1,500 on a toilet seat that can give you a health check every time you do a number 2. Or I suppose if you're a lady, a number 1. I don't know whether it works that way or not. Never thought about that. Anyway, that is your Best Bits podcast for week 37. We'll have week 38 in 7 days' time. Well, 7 days' time from the date it's released anyway, but you know what I'm saying. Next Saturday. If you want to listen live, we're on Monday to Friday on atomradio.co.uk, on TuneIn, on iTunes Radio, and on the smart speaker too. Drive Time back on Monday. Cheers for checking out this podcast. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you Monday afternoon at 4 for Drive Time.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
Mark Denham.
Atom